So it's been like one long minute since I've done one of these, right? So bear with me as I get myself back into the groove of things. But essentially, the last time I came on here, or the last time I was, interacting on here, I don't even remember what I was talking about, and I don't feel like going back and looking. But I know the last recent memory was me stopping hormones. For personal reasons, I wanted children, I wanted just to, I just wanted certain things, right? So I stopped my hormones, but I am back on them. And so what I wanted to do with this video is I wanted to reintroduce hormones to individuals who, haven't started the process or started the process and thinking about getting back on them. Just, what does it do to you? And once again, none of these videos are ever professionally done. These are just opinionated videos done in my home. No studio work and no glitz and or glamour. So it's just a real deal, actual process, transition, whatever the case may be. So, first things first, I am on Estrital, and the other pill, I don't even know the name of it, So it's an injection, and half a pill I take, injection once a week, and half a pill every day. But I don't take half a pill, I just take the whole pill every other day. I'm not sure if that's smart, but it's what I do, because I'll be forgetting. But that's pretty much my standard of medications that I take. Everyone is different. I take 0.3 and it works for me. I could go up, but I don't want to. If I feel any way I feel now, I don't want to go up. I'll just stick to where I'm at right now. So, previously when I first initially started hormones, sorry, I'm out of breath a lot, but bear with me. Initially, when I first started hormones, I had like all of these things, right? It was exciting. It was fun. It was. Now, since I've stopped hormones and started back hormones, it's honestly pure, utter hell. I'm just being honest. This is just for me. Other people might be completely different, but for me, I noticed that since starting back hormones, I'm a lot more exhausted than before. Like, I know I've said this before, I think the first time around, but this time it's a little bit more crucial. Like, I'm pregnant without the child, So, it's exhausting. It's really exhausting. I sleep a lot more. I haven't really gotten too much into my emotional side. I mean, I cry a lot, yeah, but I'm talking about just like the sense of like all of the emotions coming through. I just really want to be left alone with my sleep and my patterns and things of that nature. Also, food intake is just really crazy this time around. The first time around, I wanted food, but not how I want it now. Like, now I'm having to discipline myself in order not to eat as much. Like, I can't tell you, I've gained so much weight, and I'm not sure when it happened. I'm not sure if it happened in between me stopping hormones and me starting hormones again, but I've gained like so much weight in my bottom area. It's fucking ridiculous. Like, it's really ridiculous, but it looks good, so I'm not complaining about it. So, aside from those things, starting back hormones really just hasn't been something that's just, it's one of those things where it's more so just, I just want to sleep, Body changes, haven't really paid attention to any of those things, if there are any. I've only been back on them for about like coming up on a month now, so I'm not really 100% sure or noticed anything. I'm just telling you what I feel internally. I just feel exhausted. Internally, I just feel like I'm drained, I'm done, I'm over everything. Like, I'm carrying a child that does not exist. Like, I'm birthing life and I'm carrying life, and it's just not literally, metaphorically, because essentially I am carrying a new life, myself. So, yeah, that's just what I've been experiencing since starting back on hormones. And so, since we are just on the topic of this beautiful world, so the second part of this video isn't necessarily going to be about hormones. I know the first part probably was really quick, but if you watch any of my videos, I love giving inspirational messages or just messages of advice and or hope to individuals. So, this will be no different. Anything moving forward that I do will be no different. With that being said, within recent months, I've met quite a few people who have issues and or troubles expressing themselves to those around them. And so this message will be for those who have troubles expressing themselves, expressing their truth. and being proud of their truth and honoring their truth. First things first, you can only run from yourself for so long, right? And when I say that, I honestly mean that. When you are who you are internally, you're destined to bring forth into existence who you truly are. You know, that's it. If you are internally, okay, I put this wrong. Internally, if you are different than what you are portraying on the outside, eventually, if you choose to, you know, because you have a choice, you always have a choice. Eventually, the internal feeling of who you truly are will overshadow that portrayal of what you are portraying to the world. So, if you're not essentially living in your truth, being who you are, being who you really are, you have to understand the fact that at one point in life, you're going to get really tired of running. You're going to get really tired of hiding. You're going to get really tired of putting on a front for people who don't really care for you. And a lot of times, I've said this before, a lot of times we put on these fronts, we put on these acts for people who don't really care for us. If you have to put on a show for someone just to fit in with them, if you have to lie to someone just to make them be your friend, if you have to do certain things for individuals just to have them in your presence, these people are not for you. You know, you have to know that when you stand up and when you step up and when you show out and you show the entire world who you really are, then that is when you are going to be tested. That is when you are going to be shown. That is when the people, that is when everything that is really destined for you is going to actually come forth. Everything else that you're dealing with right now, not saying it's not real, not saying it's not for you, but it's just like, is it really real? Is it really for you? You know? And if you don't understand that, I'll put it in a way where you can't understand. I'm trying to find the simplest way to put this, right? So, essentially, you'll spend your entire life pleasing other individuals because it's what they want you to do, instead of pleasing yourself, which is what you should be doing. You get what I'm saying? You live a life of verses. You know, you're either battling yourself to overcome yourself, or you're battling people outside of you, which is kind of foolish in its sense because people outside of you do not and should not matter as far as how you live your life in the existence that you decide to create. So, yeah, that's the best and simplest way I can put it. You know, honor yourself, choose yourself, love yourself, protect yourself, believe in yourself, know that you are good enough, know that people will believe in you, know that people will love you, people will cherish you, people will respect you, people will honor you, people will protect you. You know, all you have to do is stand up and show the world who you really are. It's really that simple. So, to any and everyone, if this video resonates with you, let it marinate. If it doesn't, if you just got some information on hormones and what it'll do to you or how it could affect you, great, I'm happy. Hopefully some of you take better advice, not better advice, some of you take advice, take heed to the advice that I'm about to give you, and know that this hormone shit is not really a game. You know, before I started hormones, I would hear stories about people, you know, doing things the illegal way or the under the table way, and I'm not really sure how you can go about doing that, because doing things the right way has got me just like I'm sleeping so damn much. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with me? You know, I'm terrified. You know, and I'm not terrified, I'm a thug. But, you know, I'm just a little bit like, huh? What's going on? You know? So, be careful. Make sure that you're doing things the right way. I know that there are some areas where it's a little bit harder. However, if you are in an area where it's not as hard, where you don't have to do things the hard way, do things the right way. Don't put yourself in harm. Don't do things to your body that aren't good. Don't put things in your body that are going to harm you down the line. Just make sure you're taking the right precautions and taking good care of yourself to be the best versions of yourself. Honor you, love you, protect you, and always be choosing to understand the fact that you are worthy of creating the best damn life that you ever wanted.